Hello, 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 and welcome to ERO F4. I'm trying to sort out the pings and everything, so I can tell everyone to go, 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 go for the Canadian Grand Prix. So yes, we are here in Canada. I'm your commentator, Sparrow Maltby, and I'm back once again for ERO F4. Beautiful to be back. I have missed commentating on this. We've got 14 people here today who all, in their own right, stand a chance of winning today's Grand Prix. As we wait for everything to be sorted out, am I in a PlayStation party? I am not. I need to be in a PlayStation party. There we go, now I'm in a PlayStation party. As we are now 15 seconds into qualifying, I need to get my controller in front of me instead of my sim rig. We're going to have a Mercedes coming out of Mr. Joel Harris. Is he going to be the first one out of the pits? Yes, he is. The Swedishman himself, rolling out of the pits to be the first one out on track. He's going to pull over to the side as we have the Italian of Faz. We're going to stick with Faz because it's much easier than saying his actual name. We've also got Mr. Carl Whiteside out on track, as well as a Red Bull, a Toaster and a Wolf coming out. Good evening, Mr. Louis. As we also have Dean Stone out on track, and we will ride on board with the first person to come out of the pits, and that is Mr. Joel Harris. Will he let the He will let the Williams pass, so we will ride on board with Faz, who is on the medium compound of tyre to do his lap. Cross the line, here we go, for his quali lap. Track limits are dangerous here, so always beware of them. Carl Whiteside starts his lap. Into turn, into the chicane. Through the sweeping left and right, and up onto the back straight, using his ERS a tiny bit, down to 80%, using it a bit more, down to 65, heavy on the brakes, taking a lot of curb on the inside, and now going down into the hairpin for the first time, heavy on the brakes, down to second gear, slowly picking up the throttle, up to third, up through fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, with the DRS wide open, getting a slipstream off the Alpine, up into eighth gear, and into the final chicane he goes. Through the World Champions, keeping it clean, gonna go across the line and set a 10.2. Next up is Mr. Carl Whiteside, who invalidated his lap. He's invalidated his lap, he's invalidated his lap. Who hasn't invalidated their lap? Aaron Stone, he's run out of ERS. He's going to go up to P2 with a 10.7. And now I'm going to ride on board with the Ferrari of Bouncy Straw. Heavy into the hairpin now. 42.1 combined 1 and 2. Dean Stone has a warm-up lap to set a 23.8. Into the Wall of Champions now. We're going to have a yellow flag for a Mercedes going very slowly. That's most likely Joel Harris, who does this every qualifying sector. Takes a decent run. That is a horrendous run by the Mercedes behind him as Jack goes P3. Here comes a Regalas on the intermediate tyres. He's going to have a lot of fun through the Wall of Champions chicane. Getting the throttle down. He's going to send it to the line. Cross the line. It's going to be a 14.6. Followed by his teammate who sets an invalid lap and is starting his lap. He's invalidated. He's not even using the RS. He's invalidated. And he's invalidated. We're going to ride on board with Carl Whiteside then. He goes into the heavy braking zone of the second chicane of the 4 chicanes that are on this track. I'm saying 4, you can cancel me if you think otherwise. Please don't. Taking a lot of curb through the 3rd chicane into the heavy hairpin now. Purple middle sector. And he's out. He's invalidated. Okay. He's invalidated. Who hasn't invalidated? He's about to start his lap. Where's Jaden Carpenter? Jaden Carpenter is going through the hairpin. Joel Harris rounding turn 2 into the fast chicane. Oh, that was close. 20.0. Aaron Stone goes quickest with a 10.2, just beating out Faz by less than a tenth of a second. Joel Harris going through the fast chicane now with a huge slide and exit. Going into the hairpin now, he's going to have to go heavy onto the brakes. Down to first gear. Up second, third, fourth. ERS open, ERS usage on. Up into 7th gear. Trying to get a slipstream of Bjorn Rasmussen as Dean Stone has retired. As Joel Harris was going to go across the line. Instead of an 11.4. Jaden Carpenter. But going into the final sector now. DRS wide open onto the penultimate straights. Going into the Wall of Champions. Here he goes. Heavy on the brakes. Trail braking on the entry. Onto the exit as the toaster goes P4 and Jaden Carpenter goes on to provisional pole position. I should stay on board with that to see if there's any mishaps. There isn't any mishaps. He's finished his lap. The Danishman, Mr. Bjorn Rasmussen. Going up through the gears is David Sweck on a lap. Yes, he's just started it. As Mr. Rasmussen goes heavy into the brakes of the Wall of Champions chicane. He's going to come across the line, setting a lap time of a 12.6. Next up, Mr. David Sweck. Going into the 3rd chicane, or is this the 2nd chicane? I'm calling turn 1 and 2 a chicane. Do not judge. Heavy into the braking zone of the hairpin. Was there an improvement there? I don't know. There's a Ferrari going through the final couple of corners. That could be either one of them. I don't know who it is. We'll find out later on. As Mr. Sweck through the wall of champions. That was a solid run. Going up to the line, setting a 5. Setting a 10.5. As we're going to ride aboard with Mr. Jaden Carpenter. Less than a tenth up on his time. As Faz sets a 9.4. That's 7 tenths quicker than anyone else. Jaden Carpenter sets the purple middle sector as Cal Whiteside moves up to P2. So now go on to the long back stretch. Heavy into the brakes on the wall for the wall of champion chicane. First up to the line, Remco. His lap was invalid. And Mr. Jaden Carpenter moves up to P2. Aaron Stone 2.5 tenths up at the end of sector 1. Gonna go up through the gears, up to 7th gear. Is he gonna go up to 8th? Yes, he is. Heavy on the brakes. A lot of curb through there. Now we're gonna go into the hairpin. Purple middle sector. Nearly 3 tenths up on his time. He's gonna put him into the 1:09. He's now gonna go onto the DRS straight. Picking up speed now. Heavy into the wall of champion chicane. Oh, he's into the wall. That is horrendous. For the Mercedes driver. Who's next? Who's on a lap then? He's not. He's not. No one's on a lap. Maratib Ali and the Toaster are on their outlaps. You see a Regalas improving his lap. I didn't see that. We are going to ride on board with Mr. Maratib Ali. As we go through the hairpin. And onto the back straight. This is going to be his lap, his first lap that he's going to start. So we see yellow flags for an Alpine. That is a Regalas. That's the guy in the pits. As we're going to ride on board with Mr. Maratib Ali for his flying lap. Into turn 1 now. Heavy on the brakes, bit deep, down into first gear. Going up through the gears now. He's the man from Pakistan. Through the fast chicane, into the heavy braking zone. A 19.6. I'm gonna go onto the second DRS straight. As that was too much curb and he's invalidated his lap. The Toaster's invalidated his lap. As we're gonna ride on board with Carl Whiteside. As he has just started the lap. No, he's not, because he's lifting off and is not using any ERS. Next up is going to be Joel Harris. Or is it going to be the... No, the Red Bull's just going to go straight on into the pits. Mr. Maratib Ali is going for another run, so we're going to ride on board with him. Across the line now, heavy into the braking zone of 1. into 2. Just slowly put the throttle down, going up through the gears, up into 6th gear, down to 2nd, not 2nd, 4th. Using ERS out of the chicane. 19.6 once again from the man from Pakistan. I love that catchphrase. Taking a lot less curve than he did on the last lap, so he can make sure his lap counts. 42.0 combined 1 and 2. Go exiting the hairpin now. Using the battery. DRS wide open, not ERS. Come on, Sparrow. Heavy into the braking zone of the Wall of Champions chicane. Does it pretty well. It's going to be a race to the line. And it's going to be P8 with a 10.9. I'm going to go to Joel Harris, who goes up to P8 with a 10.9. Wolf is improving by less than a tenth. Pumped Mantis with Takala Whiteside is improving by 3 of those tenths. But he's used a lot of battery. He's now going to go on to the straight along the river. I don't know what it's called. Into the Wall of Champions chicane. He's invalidated. What would have the lap time been? 9.8. Here comes Mr. Aaron Stone, who's improving by 2 tenths. Do not choke it. He's choked it. Jackson an outlap. Faz is on an outlap. David Sweck's on an outlap. Who's next across the line? It's gonna be Maritib Ali, the man from Pakistan, with a plan. Across the line. It's gonna go into turn 1, through turn 2. Applying the power, losing the rear end. Getting a good save. He's gonna go into the braking zone, down to 4th gear, up to 5th, 6th. And then staying in 6th, going up to 7th marginally and improving by 0.03 of a second. Using DRS down this straight now. Heavy on the brakes. Lot of curb, doesn't invalidate. Up through the gears once more. Going to be heavy onto the brakes. Less than a tenth improvement for Maritib Ali. On to the back stretch now. Only 2 more corners to go. And they are the most crucial. Into the heavy braking zone. Keeping it clean. Race to the line. It's going to be a 4/10 improvement up to P6. Here comes Faz with a 2/10 improvement. He's not going to improve though. He's just getting practice laps in. Who's next? It's going to be a Ferrari of Jaden Carpenter who's starting his lap. Then it's going to be an Alpine of Arigas who's starting his lap. So it is going to be Jack who's starting his lap. So it is going to be Aaron Stone who's barely improving on his time. Keeps it clean through the final chicane. He's going to be followed by a Red Bull across the line. Aaron Stone improves by 6/10. David Sweck, not 6/10. 600. David Sweck improves as well. So we're going to ride on board with Jaden Carpenter. I don't know how much he was improving then. I don't see it. Across the Delta line. He's 5/10 up. He's 5/10 up. Are we going to see a fight for pole position Faz isn't improving. There's a spinning Mercedes in the background. That's going to be Joel Harris. Heavy on the brakes. Through the chicane. Cleanly. It's going to be a race to the line. Will Jaden Carpenter to get pole position? Yes, he will. Beautiful lap by the Brits. So I see cars coming across the line. Bouncy Straw improves to 7th, and the final two drivers. David Sweck, he's going to come round the final chicane. Aaron Stone isn't. So that is your grid for ERO F4. You got Jaden Carpenter on pole position, followed by Faz, Carl Whiteside, Aaron Stone, David Sweck, Nora Martinka, Jack Maratibali, Joel Harris, Ari Glass, Bjorn Rasmussen, Dean Stone, Mr. Remco Schmitz, and Charlie Roberts rounding out the grid. So we've got a front row of a Ferrari and a Williams. Look at the gap between 2 and 3. Over 0.6 of a second. Faz has been doing it all season. Jaden Carpenter has done pretty well to get that lap in. Here we go for the race. 35 laps around the circuit Gilles Villeneuve. As we now wait for the grid, I don't know what I'm going to do at the current moment. I'm just going to spin my wheel as we're going to have less than 10 seconds to go as I can hear the beeping. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here we go. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in front of the grid. Flights out and away we go. Jaden Carpenter gets a horrendous start. He's going to be overtaken by the Italian into turn 1. But he's going to try and send it down inside. That's the Mercedes going deep. I would like the tyres, please. It's an even split between mediums and hards for the 14 drivers. I think that was Aaron Stone going very deep into turn 1 because he's lost a lot of positions. And he's immediately gaining some of them back as Bjorn Rasmussen has binned it. Entering the second half of the circuit now. So we're going to see a move into this part of the track. Contact between Jack and Joel. They're still going to be side by side into the hairpin. Could Maratibali join in on the fun? No, Arigalas is going to try and go around the outside. And here comes Jack. He makes the move. He's now going to move further back up the grid. So we're going to have Faz leading the race by 0.4 of a second to Jaden Carpenter. Into turn 1 and 2 the race leaders go. As we do see a gap forming between 5th and 6th of about 1.8 seconds. There is an obvious divide in the trains. As we see, Bjorn Rasmussen losing the rear end once more. But we are going to move back up to the top 3 now, as there is almost a second gap between Carl Whiteside and David Sweck. There is now that gap where David Sweck no longer gets the DRS because he isn't within a second. You guys know this, I don't know why I'm sounding like David Croft or Crofty. We're going to call him Crofty because I don't know his first name. Crofty. So we see a move further down the field, 4th, 6th. I'm going to see a move by Maratibali. Can't quite pull it off as we go see the 2 Red Bulls going to go side by side. Into turn 1, David Sweck backs out. Going to see Maratibali fighting Jack through 1 and 2. He's going to have the outside line for the next couple of corners. Still side by side. Wow. Good fight between them as Rasmussen's out of the race, bringing out the VSC. Drivers are now going to slow down and try not to get a drive-through as we see chaos in the background. Remco is underfueled. Who else is underfueled? Dean Stone, he's underfueled as well. Bjorn Rasmussen has left the session after DNFing the race. It's now going to go into turn 1. We're going to see Bouncy Straw diving into the pits, as well as Aaron Stone. So I have a mid helicam. Not a fan of this one. Oh, Jaden Carpenter's been under the VSC, and it's back. The VSC's back. Jaden Carpenter. That's horrific by him. So we see side-by-side action between Sweaty Chicken and Charlie Roberts, as well as Dean Stone. Maratibali's going to get past Jaden Carpenter. So's Regalas with an insane dive bomb. Jaden Carpenter's going to be absolutely furious with himself for that one. We go back up to the Red Bull boys, fighting for now P3. I'm going to see the Ferrari of Jaden Carpenter going into the pits. And I'll have a 1.5 second difference between 1 and 2. We're going to stay on board with the 2 Red Bulls because they are very close to each other. As we get our first time penalty, surprise, surprise, it's Sweaty Chicken. I'm only saying that because I remember one time they got like 90 seconds of time penalties around Austria. That was funny. Oh, David Sweck making contact with the rear of his teammate. Charlie Roberts is going to go around the outside of a Regalas. Was there a bit of contact between the two? Going to see a Regalas trying to fight back. As we see the 2 teams that I've got in Lego were fighting against each other, the Haas and the Alpine. They are both pretty decent. So now I'm going to go back to the fight between the Red Bulls. This is the closest the Red Bulls have ever been. Not in F4, but, well, if comparing it to real life, and it's the closest they've ever been in over a year. So now I'll go back to the lower half of the field. Or do we go? We're going to go up to Maritib Ali and Joel Harris. Maritib Ali trying to go round the outside after Joel Harris defended the inside. Maritib Ali is now going to try and get past using the DRS, which he does do. Now I'm going to go back to the Red Bulls. David Sweck looking for a move on his teammate. Can't quite get it done. Joel Harris does have front wing damage. Then I go back to the fight between Remco and Dean Stone. I'm trying to get as much coverage of the action for you guys. Remco nearly loses the rear end, and we've got a somewhat alright helicam. I'm not a fan personally. As Aaron Stone with a 3-second time penalty now. Could we see a dive bomb by the Sweaty Chicken? No, we are not. I personally would have made the move, but I'm not going to be making moves like that in a long time. Or until 25 comes out and I just start league racing again if I feel like it. Nearly contact between the Williams and the Alpine. Remco's going to have a run on Dean Stone. He's going to put a wheel on the grass, but Dean Stone goes deep. Could he try the switchback? The Toaster's got a 3-second, and so does Joel Harris, and so does Charlie Roberts. I think that was almost a move by Joel Harris on Maritib Ali. He's not going to make a move into here, is he? No. See the two Red Bulls switching positions. He's going to allow the Aston Martin to get within DRS range. So he's going to have an extra layer of protection to fight off the Mercedes. We're going to see side-by-side action between the Williams and the V-Carb. DRS wide open for the pair of them. Sweaty Chicken's going to go and make the move on the Williams. Good move by the V-Carbs. We're going to now head back up to the top guys. Are we going to have a look at a potential move by Aaron Stone on Jaden Carpenter? Oh, no we're not. We're going to see a collision. Jaden Carpenter now gets a 3-second time penalty. His race has gone from bad to worse. You could potentially see a move. We've got a 3-way fight in the back here. But we're going to go back up to Maritib Ali, who's going to go down the inside on a Red Bull. Going to give himself and the Toaster a 3-second time penalty. Welcome to time penalty heaven here, boys. Remco's going to get the move done on Mr. Regalas. Now I'm going to move further back up the field. To the fight for P3. But at the rear of this train, Jaden Carpenter's got a 10-second speeding in the pits and sadly retires from the race. Wasn't a good result. Wasn't a good race at all for our pole sitter, as Dean Stone's going to go down the inside of Regalas. Regalas could fight back though. He's going to try and go around the outside of the kink. Can't quite make it down the inside. Into the hairpin. Through goes Amaritib Ali. Getting the move done for the Aston Martin team. We're going to have a look at the race leader for this time being. He's just there. He's chilling. Carl Whiteside's somewhat close behind him. So Joel Harris gets past the toaster. Now we're going to see a redemption move for P3. If David Sweck went for that, I would say there was going to be a collision. Now I'm going to go into the World Championship. Joel Harris defending that with his life, and there's contact between the two. And that's going to be a 5-second time penalty for the toaster for cutting over the pit entry line. But he's retired from the race. And we're now going to move up to the leading two. As the Wolf gets another 3-second time penalty. Front two slowly closing in on each other. See Carl Whiteside getting quite close to the rear, not quite close. He's within DRS range now of the Italian. So we're going to go into the Wall of Champions. On to the pit straight now. Across the line. On to lap 13. Just past a third of the way. We see a move by Dean Stone on Remco Smets. Now we're going to move back up to the top two. Here we are nose to tail now. Scott Whiteside got to go for a move. That would have been risky. See a move for P3. Carl just staying behind. As far as to lose the rear end. And I just feel a bit sick in general. We're going to see a move into the Wall of Champions. He's going to back out of it. Just roll the car through. Cross the line into turn one. These two still fighting. Gonna have a move potentially further down the field. No, we're not. We are going to see a move. further down the field. It's going to be Remco on Dean Stone. Anyways, we are going to see a change for the race lead. Carl Whiteside gets past the Williams of Faz, and Dean Stone gets a 3-second. Faz going a bit deep, so he can potentially do a switch back onto this straight. He's now going to drain the battery potentially. Going into the hairpin. Why is Newman saying there's an opportunity? I hear the opportunity of money. And also me. Good evening, Chris. We see one of the most horrendous camera angles I've ever seen. Newman, mate, why can you hear the opportunity of money? I might as well comment on that. So I can potentially get myself a bit of money. Hello from the F4 stream. You're going to see side by side into turn 1. I now see what you mean. Newman, as there is I hear the opportunity of money. As Sweaty Chicken gets another 3-second. And I'm going to message Darius, asking him, are we doing the same for F4? So we see a move for P1. Once again. Another move for the race lead. So you could potentially see another move for the race. There's too many moves for the race lead. I don't like it. Hello, welcome more people. I think potentially there's too many moves for the race lead. I know it's a lot of, like, it makes it interesting, but it makes, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. So we're not going to see a move for the race lead this time. Fonzies, let's go. Mate, I've got barely any energy, David. I'm knackered. So we're going to see a potential move for the race lead. We're going to see a move for P6, Charlie Roberts on Sweaty Chicken. We see the race leader, Faz, going into the pits. Bumped Mantis, Mr. Carl Whiteside. It's going to take the lead of the race off him for a bit. Bloody hell, that was a good line through there by Carl Whiteside. Sweaty Chicken gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pits. What's his penalties on? 16? Good God. Just need 3 more people to get a time penalty. And with the potential of doing the exact same as the F3 stream, of just giving a €10 gift card away, because everyone gets 3 seconds. Just need Carl Whiteside, Faz, and Arrigo Lassell to get 3 seconds. DS7 killer, Mr. Dean Stone gets a 3-second time penalty. I'm not seeing any new names getting penalties. I want to see new names getting penalties. We've got a ping in Discord. I'm hoping it's Darius. We're not doing the giveaway with the F4 stream. Chlorine pilot with a 3-second. So I'm going to see a new race lead. I mean, Mr. David Swack. It's going to be a race between Faz and Whiteside to the pit exit. It's not even going to be a race. Faz takes the race lead. We've got survival of the fittest in F3. There's only 7 people left. Ugh. As we have 15 laps to go almost. Stage Q dives into the pits and it's getting darker. Is there potential for rain? DS7 killer with a 3-second time penalty. The Wolf with a 3-second time penalty. Oh, good God. Bloody hell. It's another 3-second for the sweaty chicken. I feel like rain is on its way, boys. I have a feeling that that will happen. We have had 3 DNFs so far this race. Mr. Bjorn Rasmussen, Jaden Carpenter, and Nora Martinka. It's Pumped Mantis, that's the fastest lap of the race, and we see a move for P6. As we see another move by the Wolf on his teammate Joel Harris. Joel Harris could immediately repay the favour and get the move back himself. We go side by side into turn one, the two Mercedes. Bloody hell. We're going up to the race leaders. We're going to see a most definite move for the race lead. Faz gets past Maritibali. And now Mr. Carl Whiteside could get past Maritibali in the not too distant future, as he sets the fastest lap of the race. Joel Harris gets past his teammate. No, he doesn't. They're side by side. Because there's a move by Pumped Mantis for P2. I want to see rain. Who's going to ride on board like this? Because I think there's going to be rain soon. I've not seen anything from the F4 chart saying if there is going to be rain. But it's getting to that point where I think there's going to be rain. Go heavy on the brakes into the World Champions. As we see Maritibali in the pits. I forgot his name though. He's onto the softs. Why am I not seeing rain? Show me the heavens open. See the Mercedes fighting once again. Aaron Stone trying to get a switch back on his teammate. We go side by side. Sweaty chicken with a 3-second. As we see him in a wall and a change for the race lead. The S7 killer with another 3-second time penalty. And another fastest lap for Pump Mantis. The lag there was immaculate. And I'm the host. See a move further down the field between the two Mercedes and the Aston Martin. Oh, Maritibali making a move. I'm still sensing rain. As we see the sweaty chicken into the pits. Could change his front wing, he could get lapped here. See a move for the race lead. Faz retakes the lead of the race. And sets the fastest lap of the race in the process. Oh, contact between the race leaders. The Wolf for the 3-second. Joel Harris in the pits. At this rate, I'm just waiting for the rain, if it comes. Sounded like bloody Tarzan. Kind of. Not really. Cross the line, start lap 27. The fact that Dean Stone is yet to pit is making me think rain is on the way. Because you wouldn't stay out for 25 laps. 26 laps now. Just for there to not be any rain. It's either that or a safety car. I'm just quite tired right now, if I'll be honest with you. Also don't have a co-commentator with me, so I've no one to chat to. Look through the gears now. Just keeping the cars within the white lines of these lads up at the front of the field. I need to get off that camera angle because I've been on it for too long. He's finally in the pits. 26 laps later. He's in the pits and he's onto the softs. Heavy into the braking zone of the hairpin. Guess who's back with a time penalty? It's Sweaty Chicken. I just felt like doing that, don't ask me why. Oh, my back. Lap 29 of 35, 7 more laps to go. He's going for the move. It's not a place to make a move. And he agrees so, he backs out. Oh my god, I'm so tired. It isn't even 9 o'clock in the UK yet. Jaden Carter has left the session, as he has retired from the race early on. And these two at the front are just trying to keep it clean so they don't lose out on each other. Let's have a look at the time penalties. Good lord. That's all I had to say. What was I hearing? Firework type things. Is it a game or my chair? It's my chair. On to the pit straight to start. 5 laps remaining. What is that? That's just a little thing. Chlorine pilot, Mr. Charlie Roberts gets a 3-second time penalty. And somehow, it hasn't rained yet. Which is interesting, as we could see a change for the race lead. No, we're not. Let's go into the hairpin for the 31st time. These two are just keeping it clean. Yellow flag, that's a Mercedes. Virtual safety car. He's driving back. What is he doing? He's not driving backwards. I'm seeing things. Remco gets a drive-through penalty. Joel Harris is in the wall. Drive-through penalty for David Sweck. The man in P3. Did anyone else get a drive-through apart from... No, it's just David Sweck and Remco. Through the wall of champion chicane. We're gonna see David Sweck go into the pits and serve a drive-through. He's gonna lose out on his P3 with this. So we have 3 laps to go in the Canadian Grand Prix here in ERO. I'm getting more tired by the second. As guess who's got another 3 seconds? It's Remco. Now go up through the gears, up onto the back straight now. Heavy on the brakes, through the chicane, into the DRS zone, onto the penultimate lap of the race. We got fighting further down the field. We've got a Mercedes facing backwards. It's too late for a safety car now. But here we go. Heavy into the braking zone of the hairpin. We are not going to see rain here today. My prediction was incorrect. So we are about to start the final lap of the race. On to the start-finish straight now. Across the line, start the final lap of the race. Here we go. What's the ERS difference? They are very close. 3% is the difference. So as we exit Sector 1, there's one DRS straight. These two have been absolutely amazing the entire time, keeping it within track limits. So we're now going to go through the hairpin for the final time. It's going to be ERS Blitzkrieg on the back straight. Car white side. Is he going to go to the inside? He loses the rear. Trying to get the move on the Italian. It's gonna be a race victory for Giuseppe here in Canada. Let's have a look with the penalties. It's gonna be Maritib Ali in P3. As Joel Harris finishes 9th and the Wolf in 10th. Maritib Ali rounds out the podium, followed by David Sweck and Charlie Roberts in P6, in P5, Bouncy Straw in P10, P6, as Sweaty Chicken finishes in 11th, Arigalas in 7th, and finally it's going to be Dean Stone who's going to round us off here in Montreal. That has been ERO F4. As this is your final results, you've got Faz in P1, Carl Whiteside P2, Maritib Ali P3, David Sweck 4th, Charlie Roberts 5th, Jack 6th, Arigalas 7th, Dean Stone 8th, Joel Harris 9th, Aaron Stone 10th, Remco in 11th, rounding out the points, followed by Toaster, Jaden, and Bjorn Rasmussen. This is the mass amount of track limit warnings. If you are willing to appeal to remove any of these, then have at it. I've been your commentator, Sparrow B. This has been F4. Next week is a mystery. We don't know where it's going to be. Plus, it's a sprint race. I won't be here next week. I'm going to be recovering from a hike. And yes, I will see you all in the season finale at Interlagos. Goodbye.